Welcome back. We're going to continue on to the next most important thing that you must do, you must be able to do if you're in a chemistry class. That is being able to go from grams of a substance to moles of a substance. This is the foundational conversion that you need to know if your goal is to be able to determine concentrations, or if you're actually making up a solution of a certain concentration. Either way, this is your starting place. All right. Now, that's why precisely we also learned how to calculate a molar mass. That's a piece of information that you would need. But let's do something else. Again, we are not quite using this conversion yet, but you would see that I'm showing it in every single video because I want you to get used to the idea of thinking that you need to use it at some point in time. So I'm asking you determine how many moles are there in 3.5 grams of titanium 4 nitrate. Okay, so we know the mass of a substance. Okay, so when you know mass, okay, and you're asked to find moles, okay, there's only one way you can go from mass to moles, and that's through using molar mass. This is what will help you go from mass to moles. But we have something else that we need to do before we can calculate the molar mass. That's right, you have to figure out the molecular formulae of the substance, and titanium is Ti, and 4 goes with the titanium because it's a transition metal, and transition metal means it's a metal, so it's plus, and nitrate is NO3, 1 minus. I'm going to put that in the bracket. Now let's swap 1 over here. So we don't write the 1, so it's titanium nitrate times 4. Now let's calculate the molar mass of the substance, which I'm going to show the calculation here. Titanium is, let me get that periodic table over here. Titanium is roughly about 48. Again, like I said, I'm not too big on using this actual decimal. I just rounded off. 48 plus 4 times nitrogen is 14 plus 3 oxygen is 48. So if you do the math, then you will get 48 plus 14 times 4 plus 48. So that's 296 grams over 1 mole. Remember, I told you to write it this way over conventionally how it's being written, and there's a reason for that. So our objective is we have to go to moles over given mass. So how are we going to set this up? Well, the given information is always, I'm going to draw a block like this, and then I'm going to put the given information at the very top, always on the far left-hand side column of this block. Okay, there usually will be nothing, and the bottom you can just put 1. Okay, now this is grams, right? And our job is to have moles, and the way we're going to go from grams, which is mass, to moles is through molar mass. We have this piece of information. We want moles. We don't want grams. Whatever you start with, you don't want it when you're done, right? So should we put the 296 gram on the top or on the bottom? Think about it. We're trying to cancel out the grams. So we're going to put the 296 gram on the bottom and the 1 mole at the top. So that would be basically this. Cancels out. So it's 3.5 over 296 would be 0.00118 moles. And that is it. Is that clear? All right. So that's how you go from mass to moles. Now again, As we go further in the course, we're going to take this mole and do something else to get concentration. But for now, this is a starting place. So this is how you go. Whenever you're given mole, whenever you're asked to find moles or you're given mass, think of this little sketch I drew here. To go from mass to moles, you would need molar mass as the mediator. Does that make sense? And this is how you do calculation. There's another thing I want you to take away from this problem is I did not actually give you the formula. I made you derive it, and that's the way it's going to be for nearly most of the remaining coursework. All right? So stay tuned.